Hi. So I wanted to chat a little bit about house cleaning today. So you may have that down already, but who knows? Maybe you can learn something else. So I took an approach of trying to follow the Feng Shui approach. I know I'm not saying it entirely correctly, Feng Shui. Should be closer. Anyway, so I started trying to follow that approach, and I used a couple of different books, and just got some like inspiration from that. I'll put links to purchase the books in the description box in case you want to. I'm not affiliated with them anyway. Anyway, mainly what I'm going to be talking about is kind of what I did and how it worked for me. I started with my own room, my bedroom, and have worked on making that. I'm sorry, I'm so itchy. I'm like scratching constantly. I'll try and stop that. Anyway, so I started to make my room into like kind of a safe and beautiful home base. So decluttering, getting rid of stuff that A, does not need to be in the bedroom. For example, computers and any other electronics. Actually, right now, I had an air purifier running, and that's a little bit different. If you have, something like that that helps you sleep or helps you breathe while you sleep, obviously you've got to keep it in your room. It's my firm belief that you should not have electronics in the bedroom, like a computer or something. TVs, same thing. And like when I go to sleep, I always turn off the Wi-Fi on my cell phone so that the EMF or whatever electromagnetic frequency is not interfering with body, brain, whatever kind of body systems can be affected by that. So yeah, so I started by eliminating as much electronics in my room as possible. Another reason you take electronic stuff out of your room is because it collects dust. It produces positive ions. So like the positive ions and the dust, that's not good for the room. It sounds counterintuitive, but you want negative ions. And you get negative ions from, this is what the books that I read said, from salt. So like, for example, if you have one of those beautiful pink salt lamps, I do, and I'll show it to you in another video and just run through all of the little things about it. If you have a plant, plants also, they produce those negative ions. They purify the air, so they like absorb chemicals and dust, pollen, grossness. Like, and some people are going, what? They don't absorb pollen. But my plant definitely collects whatever's been floating through the air on its leaves. And then I'm a little worried about sounding like obsessive here, but sometimes like I'll wipe off the leaves individually with like a wet rag, and I do it really, really gently so I don't rip the leaves. Or, and this is way easier, way easier, I'll set it outside during a warm rainstorm. Don't set it outside like in the winter because you will kill your plant. But, like if you're in an area where it does get warm and you have a rain that you could stand out in comfortably and be like, oh yeah, this temperature is not so bad. Put your plant out in that while it's raining heavily, and it will wash the leaves off. So that's pretty great. And it also can kind of clear out the soil a bit too. And from there, decluttering and basically getting rid of stuff that you're not going to use is great. But also, if you are a person with many interests, which is a wonderful thing, as I know, as I well know, you want to put like stuff that's an activity, like a project, you want to put it elsewhere. Don't like have projects set up in your room, because that's going to be like revving you up like mentally when you're trying to wind down for sleep. So anything that kind of makes you feel like awake, put it somewhere else, store it somewhere else. Obviously, yeah, of course you're gonna want to wake up in the morning, but that's typically when like you're getting up, you're leaving your bedroom, you know, and we'll talk more about that later. But basically, once you've gotten electronics, activities, and any extraneous things that you don't need in your room stored elsewhere, either set up elsewhere or just stored in storage, preferably organized storage, not just like dumping stuff in cardboard boxes that are not labeled, and no, don't do that. If you're gonna store stuff, group like items together or group items that belong together. Maybe you have an espresso set with an I can't even say it, espresso machine and all this equipment and particular size of cups, and you've decided to like try a year without caffeine. I know some people are going, oh, I would never. I don't drink caffeine, so anyway. So if you know, say you have that set, pack it up in the one box, you know, label the box. Or if it's a clear box, still label it, but then you can see what's in there easier, and it helps cue your mind to see that. And that's how you're going to store that. And everything's stored, electronics out. I know I'm saying this over and over again, but repetition is key to remembering. You know, gotten all the activities out, gotten everything appropriately stored. Then you want to create some beautiful moments. And I'm not talking about like experience moments like, it was so nice sitting here and talking with you. I'm talking about visual, artistic moments. I'm just playing with the screen here because that looks kind of cool. But yeah, like if you have some art that you really love, find a place to display it that's safe, where it's not going to get damaged, it's not going to fall over, it's not going to be in the way, because stuff being in your way and making things harder to get to or get around, that's like really bad feng shui. You don't want anything to make your life harder and make things take more time and more energy. So like basics, you should make sure your bedroom door can open cleanly, you know, and that the entire wall behind your bedroom door is clear. So if you open your door, if your door opens all the way up, it could technically open and be like parallel to the wall that it backs up to. Don't ever store boxes behind your door. That's dangerous. They could fall, they could like trap you in or outside your room. Not good. But also they just make it frustrating to get in because you open the door and you wham into boxes. No. And some of you were like, who does that? Who has that? But don't judge. Some people do. And like, it's okay. I'm meeting you where you are in your journey, and I'm not here to judge. And neither should any of us, right? Because we all are fighting our own hard battles that other people may not understand. So where are we at? We're making sure all the moving parts of your room now are functional. So other ways to make your room a safe haven, safe space, and your beautiful, comfortable home base. I'll explain more about what I mean about home base too. In fact, maybe I should do that now. I've gotten this far in without explaining that. That's okay. I don't really write like a structured outline to my videos because I feel like that would make it more stilted. In terms of home base, if you have one room in your house, which is the way you want it, it's clean, it's beautiful, it's organized, then you kind of have for one thing, kind of a benchmark. Like, okay, I'm trying to get my other rooms in my house up to this level. So that's one thing. Another is that if you have a very cluttered house, excuse me, you can come back to your home base and you can rest there. It's a feast for your eyes, for your senses. It feels peaceful. The air is calmer. There's less dust. It's the room you focus the most on keeping clean and keeping up to your own personal standard. And for me, it helps me feel good about myself coming in when my room is like on a clean day, because it doesn't stay perfect. That is the essence of life. We are not a Pinterest board. We are human. We have moving parts. We move. There's dust. There's hair. There's tissues. You know, whatever happens. There's laundry. And you know, but this one room you focus on keeping it as clean as possible, and so when you enter it, you are able to rest. Your mind is more at rest. It helps calm your nervous system. And, yeah. Okay, I just had a few bites of strawberry because it was calling me. Anyway, the other way that your home base serves a function for you is that if you're looking around the way I am today and going, whew, this is messy. Oh my lord. Oh my goodness. I've got to do something. Then you get like a reset, you know? Like, you stop focusing on, you know, making progress in anything new and just get the rest of the level of the room back up to where you need it. So I'm looking at my laundry pile and going, yeah, that needs to go down into a laundry basket near the laundry machines. And I'm looking at my trash can and going, ugh, gonna take that out today instead of waiting for, you know, trash day tomorrow. You know, and I know that some dusting needs to happen, but excuse me, I've been kind of putting that off because dusting, I don't like dust. I don't like having to clear off all the surfaces to get to the dust, but I do need to clear off all the surfaces. So that's going to be a thing that I'm going to do soon, because basically your goal in your home base and in any room, but especially in your home base, you want at least, not so much at least, but about 50% of the surface area in your room. So like the surface of your bed, the surface of your floor, the surface of the top of your dresser or desk, about 50% of the total surface area of your room should be clear. It's hard. We're getting there one step at a time. So starting with your home base, because like legit, if you try and look at your whole house and be like, I want to clean this, I want this whole thing to be clean right now, you can't clean your whole house in 1 minute, day, week. For some people it may take years, and that's okay. It's okay. You don't have to judge yourself about that. Giving up all my secrets in this one video. I'll probably talk about stuff again here and there, and most people don't learn from hearing something once. You hear it like multiple times before you really absorb it and solidify, oh yeah, I know that. And even then, like, we forget a bunch of stuff, so watch more of my videos. That's where I was going with that. So I'm getting to the end of my video, and I wanted to say, if you have any questions about my concept of home base, you know, your, excuse me, my nose is really itchy, seriously. If you have any questions about, like, how to, I can answer them in another video, so please ask in the comments below. Ask everything, anything that you want to. Ignore me scratching my nose for the millionth time. And happy cleaning. May you be inspired. May you be at peace. And just may you radiate joy. And may you like and subscribe.